9 bidders compete for Randall Court, Mt Waverley, 3-bedroom house. Demand for Mt Waverley property didn't cool off over Christmas, with 9 bidders in play at one of only a handful of Melbourne auctions held at the weekend. Demand for Mt Waverley property didn't cool off over Christmas, with 9 bidders in play at one of only a handful of Melbourne auctions held at the weekend. Just 40 homes were expected to go under the hammer across the city last week, according to CoreLogic, with the auction market not back in full swing until February. But there was a big crowd and plenty of action at 9 Randall Court, Mt Waverley, on Saturday. The 3-bedroom house on 723 SQM fetched about $30,000 above reserve when it sold for $1.39 million to an investor, said Stockdale and Lego, Mt Waverley, Director Mark Brown. "There was a lot of interest," he said. "The interest was made up of developers because it was a corner site on a 723 SQM block, with potential to put 2 townhouses on it with their own street frontage, buyers that wanted to build a nice big McMansion on it, and a couple of people who wanted to move in and renovate and modernize it because it's in the Mt Waverley Secondary College zone, so a good location." Mr. Brown said a sole investor, who had land banked the property, won the keys. "There was quite a range of market segments, so it was good in that aspect," he said. "It wasn't just pigeonholed to one type of buyer, it covered a whole spectrum of parties, which I think added a bit of spice to the interest in the property." Related: Glen Waverley and Mt Waverley top Melbourne list for most $1 million plus house sales in 2016. In City of Monash's other top property hotspot, Glen Waverley, there was only one auction last week. JRW Property International Director Leah Wren said the $1.65 million sale of a 4-bedroom house at 43 Affledene Drive set a benchmark for that particular pocket. He said properties usually sold for about $1.5 to $1.52 million in the area. 3 bidders competed for the house, and the buyer, an Australian citizen, would relocate from Hong Kong, Mr. Wren said. The property was appealing for its location in the Glen Waverley Secondary College and Mount View Primary School zones, he added. Scott.Carbines@news.com.au